Network. Today we'll be playing Path of Exile. Hello, Internet Legion. I am Narai, and this is my inaugural video for my channel. We'll be playing Path of Exile. This is a game, it's an isometric hack and slash game, very similar to the Diablo franchise. And, yeah, so let's start by picking our character.
They were right to fear me. If only they had listened to their cowardice. Had they not taken my home with fire, I would not have taken their children. Now I'm banished to Rayclast. I've heard the dark rumors, seen the terror in the other exiles' eyes. But to me, one land is like any other. The elements are my allies, the dead are my servants, and fear will be my closest friend.
That is the witch. We're here next to her. We've got the duelist.
He had it coming. Was I supposed to bear such insults with an action simply because of his high birth? That lord sang a different tune with 6 inches of steel in his guts. Now they call me a criminal for defending my honor. I'd do the same again to anyone who crossed me. I care naught for riches, little for friendship. The duel is all I need. I may be in exile, but I will carve a road back to Oriath, one foe, one victory at a time. Ill fortune may have banished me to Rayclast, but I will live to hear them scream my name in the great arenas again.
Next up is the ranger.
You can't own a life. Not a deer's, not a rabbit's, and not mine. Every soul has a birth-given right to live however they will, however they can. I take from the wilderness, and one day it'll take me in return. Not that the fat lords of Oriath believe in such things. They call me poacher and thief, clap me in irons and haul me like cargo into exile. No matter. I'll make the forests and mountains of Rayclast my new home. My freedom and my bow, that's all I need.
I am a warrior. I was born to fight, raised to defend my tribe. Now, I have been taken from my people, chained and exiled by cowards who fear death. Death is my brother. I do not fear him. I see him in the eyes of the men and beasts that I kill. I feel him traveling beside me to this new land, this Rayclast. He will take me to meet the ancestors when I am ready, and I am not ready.
Make some shadow.
A simple job, I was told. Silence a big mouth, get a big payout, and no one was going to be the wiser. Tidy, except for one loose end. Me. I would have kept my mouth shut. Professional integrity, it's called. Unfortunately, not something my employers believed in. They raised a toast to a job well done. I drank, and the next thing I know, I'm on this stinking crate bound for exile. It's not a complete loss, I suppose. The way I hear it, there'll be plenty of work for a man of my talents in Rayclast.
I fought, wept, and bled for God and the Order. I would have died for my Templar brothers, every single one. And how do they reward my piety, my devotion? They exile me to the land of the damned, to Rayclast. I know now that my brethren are merely God's tools. He has given me this path to walk, so I shall muster my strength and my power, and my faith. It is my shield against the darkness to come.
A simple job, I was told. Silence a big mouth, get a big payout, and no one was going to be the wiser. Tidy, except for one loose end. Me. I would have kept my mouth shut. Professional integrity, it's called. Unfortunately, not something my employers believed in. They raised a toast to a job well done.
There we go. So my character's name is Corazon. Or Corazon. island of Rayclast.
Nothing like a brisk dip to start the day. Now where on God's arse am I?
Glass shack.
Bastards dumped near 24 of us off that ship. You and me were all that survived the swim. Never was much difference between exile and the death sentence. Once I catch my breath here, we'll take a look around, see what Rayclast has on offer. I thought I saw smoke at those ruins up the beach. It could be worth checking if there's...
Okay. Now the way this game works is instead of getting spells as you level up, you find these guys. And what they are is you socket them to your weapons. Green ones obviously go in the green sockets, blue go in blue sockets, red go in red sockets. And there are different types of attacks. So pop, socket it in, and you'll see down here that now I have the Viper Strike, which is automatically slotted to my right click, or my right mouse button. I'll show you what that looks like as soon as we get up here to where some more monsters are at. Let's see, where are some monsters to kill? That's the Viper Strike. Okay, what do we got? Some zombies and some button it is, but there's a button you can press that highlights
Nice not being dead yet.
Okay, while we're over here away from the crabs, I'll show you how leveling works. Just click on this and it brings you to this big old grid. As you can see, these two are glowing. This is the part of the grid that the shadow starts out on. We'll start off, you got 1 point to spend. I can either, I only have two things I can put it in: elemental damage and energy shield, or physical damage and life. Physical damage 1 gives me 50% increase physical damage plus 12 to maximum life. And the elemental damage and energy damage give me 10 max energy shields and increases my elemental damage by 50%. I'm going to attack. Hand, which means I'll be doing okay. What this right here means is that my power Viper Strike is also gaining experience, and that's how it becomes stronger. So, once you find powers you like, you tend to want to work with them because you use them. Grab up some boots. See, we got some armor. Bow. Scroll of Wisdom allows you to identify things. 20% chance of healing. I'm definitely going to swap to that. Go ahead and close this. And now, let's see what's up in this corner. Oh, a zombie! Zombie die! Okay. And this is your quest map. Looks really similar to that of Diablo 2's. This game is a very good alternative to Diablo 3 if you didn't find that game to your liking. And now we're heading to Lion's Eye Watch. First, pretty much the main hub town of the game. In fact, maybe the only hub town in the game. You can't remember, it's been a while. A couple things to note while we're here. One, there is no money in the game. Everything
I saw what you did to Hillock out there, Shadow. Your murderous art is the reason you're here, in exile. And it'll be the one thing that sees you through to another dawn. I'm Nessa, and I suppose I should thank you for ridding us of the putrid giant. Back in Oriath, I feared your kind, condemned you from afar. In Raycast, I don't have that luxury. Lion Eye's watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live. But should you wish to venture out, do just one thing for me. Out on the coast, amongst the wrecks, there must be a ship's medicine chest. I have many to care for, and there's only so much I can do with herbs and seawater.
Okay, so as I was saying before I clicked on her dialogue going, you want to buy items, go to the purchase menu, as you see, no money anywhere. So if I want to buy something, it costs one orb of chance to get this particular amulet, or one orb of transmutation. You get orbs of transmutation by breaking down your stuff. You get like these orbs. Like here's an orb of transmutation, which costs 7 portal scrolls. The portal scrolls are obviously the scrolls that allow you to come out of town. Over here where these two guys are, is your chest. You can see I've got some items and stuff that I found from my previous characters. This huge gnarled drip scepter. Small life flasks. And the way life flasks work, the way the flasks work is you can get upgraded flasks, but you only need to have as many to fit in these slots. So you see, it's not draining right now because I'm not damaged, but the flasks are magical and they refill over time, which is great because you don't have to keep going and buying health potions, mana potions, at a perfect time. I'm going to give him this ring so we bump up his physical damage. And all these scraps and different items can all be used to enhance different things. Like the Orb of Alteration reforges a magic item with new random properties. These little shards, you collect a bunch of them, it's 20, and then it goes from being a stack of shards into an orb. Orb of Transmutation upgrades a normal item to a magic item, and so forth. So they're not only currency, but they're also useful for other things as well. Yeah. Okay, that's not really useful for this character because he's not that part sure. Make him one. And you've got multiple pages of space for items, plus you have your tabs if you want to go into the in-game store. This is a free-to-play game, by the way, and all the in-game purchases are stuff that's not necessary. You never have to purchase anything, and they don't ever do anything to where it makes you feel like you have to purchase things to get by. Like, they don't block off access to inventory space unless you pay. You don't block things behind paywalls in this game, which is fantastic. Great business practice. Now, I've done enough talking, so I'm gonna go over here and talk to this guy and get some more stuff.
A sodden shadow staggered from the surf and surveyed the somber strand. That's the first line of the poem I'm writing about you, Exile. Easy, lad. You could poison a bloke with a look like that. The name's Beston, captain of the good ship Merry Gull. Alas, my Merry Gull is gone. My crew is gone. But my wits remain, after a fashion. There's an island, a hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my Merry Gull ran aground. Watched the locals spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bones. It'd have everything Nessa might need. Dr. Shaky Hands Opton was lousy with a scalpel and even worse with a saw, but he knew his apothecary. Explains the shaky hands, if you ask me. Poor Nessa. Not even a mother herself, and yet she cares for us all. And what a sickly, pathetic brood we are. May she live to have her own family, a real family. If anyone deserves that, Nessa does. Harold, the Merry Gull's cook, washed up on the rocks over yonder. Dead as a doornail he was, buried him myself. Then, a few days later, I see him on the beach. A little worse for wear, but upright, shuffling about. A land full of disturbing surprises, this Ray-class.
Hello. Vestel's ship tore its belly open on the rocks out there, trying to escape from Corsairs. The pirates took what they wanted. The scavengers took the rest. Tarkley pulled Vestel from some hideaway in the wreckage, the only one on board to survive. Whether the ordeal turned his mind, or whether it's just his nature, Vestel sails a different course to the rest of us.
Okay, this game is sort of an MMO. Not really an MMO, but it has online, so you'll have to have an internet connection to play it. But the nice thing is you can still play it by yourself without ever having to interact with anybody if you don't want to. In fact, the only time you're ever forced to be around other players is when you're here in town. And that's because this is kind of the hub. You can come here and see these people that are moving around are actually.
I don't think I need to be doing that right
You
now.
talk to join a party, and when you join a party, and then you go out into the field to fight monsters and so forth, will be instanced. So you won't ever have to deal with being out there and somebody getting in your way or killing your boss and you're not being able to, that kind of stuff.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, don't tell me. We exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us the moment his blackguards dumped us in the water out there. Just live or die now. Here, have one of these. And no need to thank me. I'm thinking of myself and the others here. The longer we fighters live, the longer everyone lives.
Okay, so he's giving us a new gem. Let's see what we got here. Fire trap. Could be useful. Freezing pulse. And breathe. So you attack a small area in front of you. Each breathe that hits an enemy increases the area of effect. The area is reset after using another skill or after a short period without hitting anything. Only works with daggers, claws, and surface. That could be really useful. There's a trap that explodes when triggered, dealing fire damage to surrounding enemies, and leaving an area of burning ground that damages enemies who walk through it. Useful, definitely. This projectile recharges the chance to freeze enemies it passes through. Projectile fades quickly, reducing damage and freezing chance until it runs out of time or dissipates completely. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this. Purchase items because of that. So one. see their little scraps of paper, which were scroll pieces. Once it made enough to complete a scroll, it turned it into a full scroll, instead of just giving you the scraps of pieces and making you have to do it yourself. Scrolls, they're used for identifying items, but also, again, like everything else, they're great stuff. Grab this, and some armor for now. You see it added the new here to the middlemost button.
The walls of this old ruin, Lion Eye's watch. Defensible enough with a few stout, well-armed veterans. But what have I got? Starving exiles with driftwood clubs and rusted dirks. Still, there's the waypoint. A piece of locomancy. Couldn't use it till I found another one out in the mudflats under a rower's nest. Step on that one and you're back here in a flash. Though I spill my lunch every time I use the damn thing. The Eternal Empire has some right nasty leftovers. Whether it's something in the air or in the water, no one stays dead in Raycast. Not the first time. It'll take a little while, but sooner or later corpses wake up and go looking for breakfast. Vestal's a strange fish. Best taken salted. That hat he wears? Plucked it right off the real captain's head. Captain didn't mind. Generous fellow. Had given the rest of himself to the scavengers already. Nessa's the best of us. Not one of Dominus's exiles. A wreck survivor. She keeps us from losing what's left of our minds. Salem's sweet tongue sang it right. The fairest flowers bloom in the foulest places.
Apparently, I got disconnected, which I would like to point out does not happen very often. I think that was more an issue with my internet than an issue with the game. But with that having happened, we will call it a video here, and I will see you guys next time for another Path of Exile.